All right? How about angry? You think you can make a sale to an angry person? Sure. To a frustrated person? Guaranteed. Upset, disappointed? So now I have this person that initially presented to me intellectually, looking into researching, exploring, investigating, and now by the proper application of language, I'm now moving them into that. So if I'm talking to someone and I get the sense that I'm now making that emotional contact, I'm going to drop my voice literally to almost a whisper. And remember how I said it earlier in earlier sessions, if you can't act, you can't sell? Well, this is the part of the technology. This is the technique of relating to sales. If I'm talking to somebody, right, I'm going to lower my voice to a whisper, which is, of course, they're going to have to lean forward in order to hear me. And this is what I'm going to say, something like this. Man, I couldn't sleep at night. I'd be so worried. And here's what you're going to hear. And having done this 1,000 times, it's like I can do both sides of the script. Sometimes I can't sleep at night. You think you can make a sale to somebody who just told you sometimes they can't sleep at night and your product or service solves their problem? Right? It's that blind squirrel that gets a nut of you now and then. If you can't make that sale, hang up your loafers there. Put away your briefcase. People buy emotionally. They justify it intellectually, but they buy emotionally. So it's incumbent upon us to move into an emotional conversation, as quickly as possible. We do that by the application of language. When you're having a conversation about being worried, frustrated, disappointed, upset, anxious, concerned, angry, right? You're going to pull all that stuff out of the way and you cease to be a salesperson. Now you're like their therapist, because now they're sharing stuff with you about a situation they have that quite possibly they've not shared with anybody. I frequently have people tell me this. You know what? My wife doesn't even know this. When somebody tells you that what they're telling you is so profound and so personal that the person that is the closest person to them in the whole world doesn't know that, do you think you've just made a connection with that person? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I'm not saying you were going to use this disingenuously. I'm not saying you're going to use it to take advantage of someone. No. I'm never going to teach you to lie, cheat, and steal. I believe that you can be a man of ethics and character and make more money than you could ever imagine. Right? But I will teach you to color right up to the line. I think that's okay. Right? Over the line, no. To the line, yes. So understanding that these types of things, right? And by the way, this entire concept is a psychiatric and psychological concept. We're applying it to sales. So if you were sitting down, anybody that's ever had any professional mental health, I've actually had one person in the audience that says, oh my God, my psychiatrist did the same thing, right? So you sit down with a psychiatrist, what's the first thing they say? Why are you here? Makes sense, right? Why are you here? And what do you know most people say? Well, I want to get better. I want to feel better. Well, that's not an answer to why you're here. Sure, everybody wants to feel better, even people that feel good. And he's going to say these, and now we bring up these words in the conversation. So can you see now why getting pain, understanding that difference between, again, could be physical pain depending on your industry. But more times than not, it's a level of dissatisfaction from where you are to where you believe that you could be. And incumbent upon a professional salesperson, we have to get through this, right? We have to make sure that we get everybody in line.